Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. This is making me mad. Why is it so big? Why is it so? Let's put it. We'll put it up here for now. All right, y'all. How did y'all do today? I had a great trading day today. Um, I've been neglecting y'all on this channel because I just been focusing on TikTok Shop. So let me put my. I've been focusing on TikTok Shop, so I haven't been on this channel live, but I've been posting my trade recaps. So I don't know how y'all did this morning, but the target was at hourly low. Here's my wins, as you can see. The target was this low here. We already came in and swept before 9:30. And then we were clearly bearish on the day. I need my day breaks back on here. We were clearly bearish on the day, which midnight is, what is midnight? 0. We've been down all day. Down all day, down on the day. And then I just wanted to make sure we had another target to go to on the hourly. There was one here actually as well, but this is the next one. So I just took my 400 ticks. I got a terrible entry on the 3-minute chart. I can show you on NinjaTrader. I got in down here. Then I went on the 2-minute and we had a fair value gap, which lined up with, because on the 3-minute, I can show y'all, we just IFEG'd. We IFEG'd this. So I got in like on the end of this candle, and I should have waited till we pulled back up into it and retouched the EMAs. You know what I'm saying? But I had a big stop loss. My stop loss was like up here. Maybe, I think I had it at the body of this candle. We never came back and broke above. I would have closed my trade if we closed above this IFEG, I'm pretty sure. However, like I said, we came in this 15-minute gap beautifully. We swept this liquidity in the middle of the 15-minute gap. We're in the gap, as you see. We swept liquidity, and then we ran down. I got in, like I said, down here, because as well, this could have been a liquidity sweep to reverse the rest of the day. We were clearly bearish as I drew. However, you just never know. The market could have been like, boom, swept, especially because, like I said, this hour liquidity, the line that's, you know, more to the left is that hour low. They were equal lows, and then we swept, but then the next one was down here. Like I said, I just took what I needed. My take profit was at 17,980, as you see. 17,980. So I took it down to 17,980. It wound up, you know, going more. I don't care. I don't care. So I have two fundeds, 1 live account, and then 3 evals. So that's where I'm at. Sorry, like I said, I have been neglecting this channel because I've been focusing on TikTok Shop now that my trading is smooth. So I give y'all the recaps, and then I just post all day on TikTok Shop, my TikTok Shop page. I go live on my TikTok Shop page trying to sell shit like QVC, which I need to go live, honestly, on there. But how did y'all do today? Did y'all have a good trading day? Did y'all make money? Did you lose money? Are you still in? Are you out? I want to know. I want to know how y'all did today. I was really hungover today. But yeah, it was a great trade nonetheless. So 400 ticks, 100 points, bagged and tagged. And like I said, if I would have got in, always measure first. Sometimes this same move could be literally 200 ticks, and then you don't even want to take the trade. But yeah, you got 150 points if you wanted it. I took my 100 points and chilled. Yep. My target, my TP was here. Yeah, and it kept going a little bit afterwards. So life is good. Your girl's back. You know I traded on tilt yesterday. Not yesterday, on Thursday. So it wasn't fun, but I wanted more money, so I'm taking longer trades. So now I don't have to trade on the 1 minute at all. The 1 minute was for those short trades, but now that I'm taking longer trades, I don't need the 1 minute anymore. But yeah, it's prime ICT with adding some EMAs. I do have some support and resistance, this indicator here, but as you see, we were not going all the way up to this whatever zone. Support's on the bottom or the top, I don't even remember. Whatever it is, this zone up here, we were not going back into it. I was confident in that. We did this fair value gap up here that I thought we might come back up into on the 5 minute. That's why I drew it, but we wound up, not. So that just is what it is. So a good trading day. Obviously, my trades were longer than the little 10-minute trades I've been taking since, we are taking longer trades. So, and we're still going lower, it looks like. And that's it. Every morning you get on the charts at 9:30 and you just see where we're going. I love a bread and butter setup like this. I love a liquidity sweep in a fair value gap in a lower time frame gap. That's just a beautiful trade. I do hate when it's in this nasty range like this with a low, but because what I should have did was get in right at the top of this candle, but I did not. I think I got in like once this candle closed. Yeah, once this candle closed, I got in, and then obviously charts move, so I wound up getting in like here. Or you could have waited for the break of structure and got in here too. That wouldn't have been bad either. Like right here and taking it down. But it'd been nice to get in up here, and then I would have been out of my trade super early. Or, took it for more. But it is what it is. You can see the P&L too. No fraud here. All the same funded accounts I've been having. I haven't blown an account. But yeah, so I'm done trading for the day. If there's no questions in the chat, I'm going to get off the live as well. Because like I said, I have to get on TikTok shop. That's the best part about trading. It's you don't need all that time versus TikTok shop. In e-commerce, it's a lot of time out of your day to create videos and do shit. Versus trading, I'm done. I'm done. And I don't need a back test. I don't need to study. I just have to repeat what I'm doing every day. And that's it. So y'all don't have trading questions. Let's see if YouTube has any. Nope. But yeah, we're still pushing too. Let's see if there's another target on the 1 hour we're pushing to. No, we're in the middle of this gap, so there's a breaker here. Maybe. That's like another that's a bunch of ticks. Yeah, no, I don't think we're going that far down. Another 1400? I don't think so. But we could. We're still in this gap, so I think that's a good place to reverse up from. Because again, this is a bullish gap, which means we should be going up out of this. But we already came into it once, came out. This is our second time. So we might inverse it and the rest of the week just go down to these lows down here. I don't care. I don't care what happens during the week though. I care what happens right at 9:30 because that's what fucks you up sometimes. You'll be like, oh, we're going here, and then it goes there in London session, and now you're sick because the move you called happened before you got on the chart. Thank you for the follow. But yes, also get you a TV show while you trade. This full live trade is on YouTube as well, y'all. I record my trades, I put them on YouTube, and then obviously I speed them up for like Instagram and YouTube shorts and TikTok. But the full long 30-minute video or 20-minute, however long it was, is on YouTube. And that's all I used to trade. I use the EMAs to make sure we're done ranging. Like, see how we're all intertwined, the EMAs. Once we finally get a nice break, even though I got in like a little early on the 5 minute, this is probably the best entry. And then we finally just pushed. I got in here and we kind of chopped. My TP was up here, and then we finally pushed down. My entries have been fucking terrible, but my stop loss is just massive. So, what EMA do I use? The 9, the 21, the 100, and the 2. But the 100 and the 200 are just there for fun. And then, especially like with this, our retrace, our liquidity sweep, it tapped the 100 and then reverse. So it just holds the trend. And then I use the 9 and the 21 to like for my entries and make sure we're not chopping. Because with NQ, that was my problem, especially at 9:30. If you're trading at 9:30, you need an EMA. Like, I'm sorry, that I was getting faked out bad. Like, you need an EMA, or you need to wait the first 3 minutes of the market open. Honestly, I feel like 3 minutes is or 4 minutes is like a good, because sometimes it'll go one way and then come down. But yeah, the 9 and the 21. So you know, like, even though we did break the 9 here and the 21 on the 3 minute, but this was before 9:30. So then 9:30, we were up again. So you might have entered, but that's why the 100 and the 200 help. Like, if we're close, I needed to break all 3. And obviously, I trade ICT, so I'm not going to just get in off the EMA purely, because if you're ICT trader, you know we had a fair value gap here. We need to close above this 5-minute gap before I enter a buy. So it just helps. But yeah, the 9 and the 21 are the main ones. That's the orange and the green. And then, yeah, so I'm taking long trades again. If y'all remember, I used to take 300 tick trades. Now I'm taking 400 tick trades. So I'm getting more money with not having to over risk. I did like my 1-to-1 trades, but then when I lost, I didn't like, I didn't like how my losses were like the same. And this is the amount of money I think I can make and enjoy. Like, I could trade just like this for like months and years. I feel like I had to like keep scaling up and down, and now I'm like, okay, I'm good on this. So we're good. We're good here. So yeah, 9:21 EMA, 3-minute chart is probably the best entry. But sometimes the 2, you have to watch the 3 and the 2, because as y'all see, my entry on the 3 was bad. I mean, obviously I could have waited for the retrace of IFEG, but sometimes it just IFEGs and dumps. But on the 2, we got a bearish one. I like a new one made. I like a new fair value gap made in my direction over just retesting IFEG. On the 2-minute, they lined up together. You got this green inverted inverted bullish gap, and then we made a new bearish gap in between. And I obviously realized that on the 2-minute after I was already in on the 3, and then I got it on the 2. And you'll see it on my recap. So that's where we are at. I'm so hungover too this morning. I need to drink some water, eat some bread. But yeah, on 6 accounts, 3 funded in live, and then 3 evals. My TikTok shop sample has arrived. Now I gotta record more content for a new sample. But yeah, this is our hourly target. I don't know if we're going to keep pushing. It already went down 150 points, which is pretty nice. The next hourly target is a gazillion ticks below, so I don't know if we're going to it today. But yeah, how did y'all do today? Did y'all make money today? Did y'all lose? Are you still in your trades? What's tea? For 10 o'clock traders, I used to be a 10 o'clock trader. It's decent. It's not 400, but where was 10 a.m.? And then you might have waited for a fair value gap tap, which you didn't even get, or you got this trade. This is why I stopped trading at 10 a.m. Because sometimes 10 a.m., like the 9:30 dumps so much, you barely got 300. That sometimes like 10 is like, or you want a 10 a.m. reversal, which we might get, but we're going to chop maybe till We're already in the 10:50 to 11 macro, so maybe this is when. Yeah, like 10 a.m. is like not hitting anymore lately. It's been like you either trade at 9:30 or you trade like 11, in my opinion. How much to learn? I've been following you for a while from another trader. How much? Free. Go to YouTube and do the 2022 mentorship on ICT. That's how I learned. And then I watched TJR's boot camp too. So it's hard, but this is his easiest mentorship to follow. If you can't follow it, it's gonna suck. But and then TJR boot camp was easier. So I watched the boot camp first, and then ICT made sense to me. So if you watch this boot camp, he's a little annoying because he's young and Caucasian. So, but if you can push through him being weird, then you watch ICT and he's straight to the point. But yeah, you don't have to learn. You don't have to pay anyone to learn. And then if you need to pay someone, find like a cheap course. Like my course is like $10 or something. Like find another cheap one like that. But I try to watch on YouTube first. Always. I'm never going to say, buy my shit first. No, like you need to try all the free things first. Especially because these boot camps are long and thorough. They're not like watching YouTube videos and all over the place. Like it's 1 to 50, it's 1 to 42, you know? So they're legit like a full playlist. YouTube University. Of course. And then if you have any questions, you can like DM me or like book one-on-one or something for simple stuff. But all I trade from those courses is liquidity and fair value gaps. That's all I do. So I like to get on a chart and say, where are we? Where are we? We are in a 15-minute fair value gap. I use indicators, as you see, 7 of them. I'm an indicator queen. I'm not drawing all these fair value gaps. I will draw over them. Mine are drawn here because they're on the 5-minute. But I'm not drawing every fair value gap that printed. As you see, 17 of them printed. We were in a 15-minute gap, and we did what? We swept liquidity, which is a swing high or swing low. It's very simple. Every swing high and swing low is liquidity. You want to sweep. We swept in a gap, which is the most beautiful setup. You should take this 9 times out of 10. It might not look this clean every day. And then you wait for us to reverse after. And what do we do? Reverse, and then boom, shorts. Next target of liquidity, we didn't have it on the 15-minute chart, so I went on the 1 hour. Or it is on the 15-minute too. Next liquidity point was right there. Clear as day. And where did we go? Right to it. That's it. Fair value gap and liquidity. And then you go in a lower time frame to say, hey, I want to enter off of what? Fair value gap. To where? Liquidity. They make love to each other all day. And then I added some EMAs just to make sure we're finally pushing. As you see, EMAs line up beautifully with fair value gaps. But I like to get a little space. I need to start waiting for space and retest, as you see, because you saw I got in down here. We came back up and retested twice. So I was sweating a little bit. But if you trade with me, well, no one can really trade with me right now besides people in my Discord. I'm not opening my Discord again for a little bit, but it's almost about to be open again. I mark swing lows, and then I relax. Because some people get in trades and they're so confident. I'm like, no. If you trade with me, I wasn't relaxing until we got a full candle close below these lows. Because we didn't for a while. We wicked. We almost wicked on this candle, and then we finally closed. We wicked on this one, and then we finally closed. And I was like, okay, now we're pushing. And then my target was this 17,980. So I wasn't relaxed until we got this candle closed. And that's just real. People will get on the chart and be like, oh, we're good. We're going down. I mean, yes, I was confident we were going down. But until we candle closed below these equal lows here, I was not relaxed at all. And that's just real. That's literally just real. So if no one's saying that when you trade with them, they're faking. But yeah, now we're just ranging. As you can see, I didn't go to the gym, but I'm so hungover. But anyone have any other questions? Did I post on TikTok Shop? I closed my drawings. But yeah, here's my actual execution on NinjaTrader. I trade on NinjaTrader because I copy trade Got in here, as you see, at this candle open. That's why it's down there, and it wound up coming back on me. We wicked, like I said, you're not sure until you have a candle closed. We wicked this low, came back up again. I'm like, geez. Then we finally pushed and closed below all these, and then we pushed. And that's that. Thank you for the follow. Oh my God, what is happening on this show? I'm watching that one. But yeah, that's it. I think I'm about to get off live with y'all. I might go live. I might start going live again. Well, no, I go to the gym at this time usually. I'm just a little hungover, so I'm not going. I don't think I'm going to the gym today. But usually I go to the gym at this time. And then I'll start going live again. I'll start going live again when TikTok Shop is popping off, and I'll talk about both. But I post my recaps and stuff. Oh my God, I'm so